Hey guys, welcome back to Flippin' Friday. Today I was inspired by this little cheese crock that I got out thrifted yesterday. Now it's not old, but I loved the look of it and I wanted to try to recreate it because I love to style things in sets of three. So I went through my stash to find some things that I could make look like this. And I came up with these two little planters. I've had these for a long time and they haven't sold. I put different things in them from time to time. So maybe it is time to give them a makeover to see if they can sell. To do that, to begin with, I am going to paint them with DIY paint in the color crinoline. It's a little darker than this crock, but not much, and it definitely matches that. And then I have one of my favorite stamp sets that I haven't used in a while called Antiquities. And it has all these really cute labels and everything. And I've picked out a couple that I think will fit perfect on these. And I'm going to try to somewhat recreate this look. Let's see how it goes. As I said, I'm going to start by giving these two coats of this DIY paint. This is a clay-based paint, and it is available on my website, susieonthefarm.com. Okay, both my little planters are painted with two coats of crinoline and dry, inside and out, and I picked out a couple of stamps that fit perfectly on them, and I also found a couple little ones that I can put on the back side too, just for funsies. All right, so when I'm stamping on a round surface, I like to use good old packing tape. Tear me off a little piece. Let's see, I only want a little bit longer than that one. Okay, so I put it on my stamp with my stamp and then fold these in just a little so I will have a handle on them. What have I done? Okay, a wrinkle. There we go. And I'm going to use Iron Orchid Designs ink and black. I started to make a brown. They don't have a brown, but I think I could make some with black and yellow. But I decided that black would look better on this anyway. All right, I need to hold that still. There we go. All right, so I've inked up my stamp, and I'm just going to lay it down. And once you lay your stamp down, you're pretty committed. So I'm using part of that tape to help it stick to the crock, and then I'm just going to take my finger and rub over all of the image to make sure that that ink is onto my project, and it lifted the paint a little bit, but I did get a great image, and I can go back over that paint no problem. I will do the other one the exact same way, and then I'm going to do the little stamps on the back as well. I let the ink dry, and then I'm going to come back and just touch up a couple of the areas where the tape pulled off the paint. Normally that wouldn't happen if I had let my paint cure a little bit longer, but I had just heat dried it, so it wasn't good and cured. Okay, these are dry, and I'm going to seal them. Now, the ink is permanent. It doesn't need to be sealed, but the clay-based paint that I used will need to be sealed or it will be reactivated with water. To do that, I'm just going to use some clear wax. This is Fusion. I also have DIY wax and many options to choose from for top coats. I decided to wax these just for the texture mostly instead of doing, and I did not want to get any kind of a sheen, and wax dries very matte. So just going to cover all this paint, and then I'll wipe it back with a paper towel after it sits for a few minutes. And then once that dries, this paint will be sealed in, and these will be done, and I'll show you how we're going to style them. To finish these off, I thrifted a pot that had a bunch of succulents in it, and these are actually some pretty good quality ones. So I pulled them all out, and I'm going to style them up in these 3 containers. As you can see, I'm just going to use some leftover floral foam and put these succulents in here how I think looks nice. I'll finish it off by putting some Spanish moss to cover the green floral foam and style these 3 together. And I think they turned out amazing and kind of makes me look forward to spring florals already. If you guys want to do any of the projects that you see me do, you can get all your paint and supplies here at my stores at Susie on the Farm, 851 Highway 69 in Dodge City, or on my website, susieonthefarm.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next week.